So when it comes to 3D printing, I always like to use Polymaker, and especially their new Panchroma filaments. They are amazing, and I still don't understand why not more people are using Panchroma from Polymaker. It's the best filament, having also a lot of colors. Look at how beautiful that looks like. My gosh, I know, Zach, I don't know where he is, he just left. And I thought, like, why not making a little advertisement of Polymaker? Go to polymaker.com and get your Panchroma or many other amazing filaments from Polymaker. I know, this sounds a little bit sketchy, but trust me, if you are looking for some filaments, don't look any further. Just head out to polymaker.com or maybe Panchroma. Oh, let's head over to that. Let's copy one of your amazing spools and say hi from Polyfilm.
Hey, this is Zach from Zachary 3D Prints here, turning on the music. Hey, hello, 3D Medic Vans. Welcome to the stream. Stream was short notice, as you would notice. So meaning in the sense of it's not Wednesday, it's not Friday, it's not Saturday, but it's Thursday. Now, I haven't been streaming in, I think, a few months, few weeks. No, let's say a few days ago. Okay. I will talk more in during this stream about what is happening and what is going on this side of the screen. Right? Can I say screen? Anyways, summertime. A lot of stuff outside, too hot here, meaning in the sense of like 35 degrees inside of my studio, and that results in also this work surface is usually it's standard. I don't want to say room temperature, is still 25 degrees here, but the work surface, the tabletop is fairly from temperature. But during 35 degrees, even this is hot. If you put your arms on top of it, it's you don't feel that it burns, but it is like, it could be an oven underneath the work table, the desktop. Clayton, aloha from Hawaii, aloha from Venray, or the Netherlands, of goeiedag, goedenavond. At 3D RCC. Hey Zachary, hey, how are you doing, man? What is the temperature there in Sweden? Congrats on the 10,000 subscribers. Really? Is it really like that now? I've got here 999. Oh, I thought I said I saw 10,001 subscribers, so one unsubscribed. Lauer. Anyways, yeah, so yeah. I don't know what you guys are doing during summer, but making videos is one of the things that I usually do all year long. But if I see a drop in views, it's not really motivating to keep going in the summer. So better spending some time with some neighbors, some friends, hanging out outside, driving with the RC car and drinking beer and enjoying the good company. Let's say it like that. But then, since I wasn't printing enough or a lot, some ideas came also in my head, and one of those things is, and some of the people here in the chat would know it, what am I going to do for this coming season? Am I going to do the same kind of stuff over and over again how to add your 3D printer to slicer X or slicer Y. It's a struggle. 6 degrees C at the moment. Oh, that's chill. Steph, how are you doing? Where have you been? Yeah, I don't know. I know where I have been. And it's I don't want to say dark, even though it was summer. I think in the last couple of weeks, month, I have put out like maybe 5-6 videos. One that was contract wise that I had to do, the Anycubic Cobra S1 combo. Even that was dragging a lot, so I wanted to push out the video, but my body said no, you want to do something else. Yeah, spinning outside is really important as well. Yeah, indeed. Hey, Nonstick, and some other people that I promised to do some stuff with. Yeah, it's a thing that for the people who know me also personal wise, where we talk to each other over chats, you would know. Yeah, so YouTube, fun, but it has also some darker sides and some less motivating sides. And I'm very honest at this moment. So yeah, what am I going to do this coming season 2025-2026? I have no idea. I have ideas, but I don't have any ideas because some of the things to keep attention increasing, yeah, I need to find some cool stuff to do. But in order to do cool stuff, I need filament. I need the tools. I do have printers. I don't say that I need printers to do cool stuff. But I want to move out of the section that I'm currently at, making tutorials about slicers. Because yes, they do great, but then having the wrong title will damage the views, and wrong thumbnail also damage it as well. Because I think I said it so many times as well during some of the streams, like, yeah, in 2020, 2019, around that period when I just started, it was not that hard. You just grab a still from the video, you put a fancy caption on it, you just make a simple title, and bang, you were done. And also the views were coming in and people subscribing. But now it has to be something of a Netflix kind of thing. Fancy thumbnail, fancy captions on it. Not too much text, because too much text is also not good. It needs to be, driving curiosity, and that people want to click on the video and have a reason to stay and watch the whole thing. So yeah, what am I going to do? Like mentioned, I have some ideas. As you can see behind me, I have the Prusa Core 1 kit. Yeah, I make also Zach React videos about new 3D printers that are coming out. The thing is, still being very honest, I'm not going to make it any more colorful and more brighter than it's not. I don't know if I don't know if I say it correctly. I say it. I have a lot of contact with Nonstick about this kind of topics. Back in the early days of 3D printing, when I just started on YouTube for 3D printing, I was this type of guy, like, okay, I've got a small channel. Creality comes out with new 3D printers. That was in 2020. And I thought, like, wait, I was searching on YouTube if other people were bringing out news content about 3D printing. I was like, hey, that part of 3D printing is not being covered. I don't see anything of that. Also, not really new 3D printers. Some people were showing off new 3D printers, but that were the big channels, you know, like Joel Telling and Tom Sandlander, you know, Make by Layers, Stefan CC Kitchen. Those guys had the brand new machines. I was like, yeah, I cannot ask a company to send a print over for a channel with less than 100 subscribers. So I thought, like, what if I make videos about new 3D printers as a recurring thing every month, once or twice, you know, per month? I was like, yeah, I can do that. I cover Crealities, brand new 3D printers, and then all things were starting to roll. You know, I did it more and more. Back then it was closer look, but then people saying like, yeah, but it's basically a first look, but you don't have the printer, and why should I watch? In my point of view, it was, you know, to inform people about new 3D printers that were coming out. What do I think about it? Yeah, I mean, like in 2020, I didn't have that much knowledge about 3D printers, but the more I got used to it, the more I knew what to expect, how the machine looks like, why people should, not really why should people would buy it, but more in the sense of like, you know, hey, there's a brand new printer coming out. This is what I think about it, like a reaction video. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. So it got me a few printers, but then nowadays in 2025, more channels are also covering 3D printing news. Some people can actually say, yeah, I'm in, they reach out to me and they are going to send the printer to my channel. Yeah, I cannot say something like that because I don't like to lie. I don't say that other people are lying, but if the channel's a whole lot bigger, then yeah, probably. But I cannot say like, oh, if I'm going to make a video about this printer, I know it's going to work this well and I'm going to drive at least 50,000 views, because I don't know. Everything depends on how the title is, how the thumbnail looks like, what kind of video it is, and how the you know, how the video is going to evolve during the first couple of days. I don't have any influence on that. The only thing that I can do is make sure that my video quality is good, that audio quality is good, that the video isn't too long for the topic or just the right length, and that the whole SEO is as it's supposed to. So yeah, that are things that I was thinking about the whole time that I wasn't really doing a lot of YouTube. I have a project for you, Zachary. Tagged you in a Twitter earlier. Oh yeah, cool. So one of the things that I was also talking about when sharing YouTube Shorts was more in the RC stuff. I don't want to say I'm not going to do that anymore, but I do like it. But that means that it's also something that I can do during the time that the temperatures are better outside and it's not raining a lot. So yeah, maybe doing something with RC robotics, making, and maybe less tutorials. But that's what I'm saying today, 1st of August. Maybe that is going to change again. And yeah, making 3D printers as well. There are some projects that are still open or still due. I'm looking to the Z Core, for example. I don't want to say that I have the resources in order to buy stuff. But then I'm also reaching out to companies to work with the channel, even though I'm a small creator, small in sense of like not much. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm trying to get my hands on stuff that are nearly impossible to get without spending a lot of money. Because if I buy a lot of brand new 3D printers, then I don't have any money for filament. And the last couple of weeks was hard for me to get my hands on filaments. So yeah, there is this thing with Polymaker, but I don't want to beg for filament. I think as a YouTube content creator, you also should invest in the channel. So buying filament, buying the stuff that you need, that you are making videos about. So yeah, I do have a lot of filament, but most of them are or too dry or not the material type that I'm waiting for to print with. But that on the side, we have those amazing, Bamboo Labs kind of 3D printers with multi-material systems in it. And I was also talking yesterday with Nonstick about that. The thing is, if you are low on filament or you don't have that much choice, the last thing that you want to do is printing multicolor with filament waste in the end. And also, yeah, room being very hot and also some other things. So I was in this jungle of my head and going through a lot of ideas or stuff that I wanted to think about. So yeah, it yeah. Let's see if I can move this a little bit so that I can read more of the chat. The tutorial of making models to print with AI. Yeah. Could be a possibility, Steph. Just share the screen. Stream. Thanks, Nonstick. Yeah. So the reason why do I do a stream today and not Friday? Well, the thing is, I am maybe planning to be outside hanging out with my neighbors. Could be. That might be true, 3D RCNC. No matter how much filament you have, you always want something else. Yeah. Yeah, like mentioned, if you don't have resources, it's harder to get stuff. Somebody in the chat knows that I did do something yesterday, but I also did do something today. So this stream is going to go through some 3D print talk. That's why I have 3D print talk, Z3DP print talk. I actually need to do also something else that I was thinking about. Yeah, so for tomorrow is no video coming out. How do I know? Because I know, right? So I do have some Peggy filament from King Rune, but like mentioned in a few months ago, it's basically backdrop filler. I don't say it prints terrible. It's printing okay, but it's what it is. Hey, Joseph, how are you doing? How's life treating you, Zach? Ups and downs. Basically, was going through a rough season. Yeah, let's say it like that. Yeah, so I have some plans. I want to do a giveaway live stream, fundraising giveaway live stream. Not this week, maybe in 1 week or 2 weeks. I need to see who else is going to be on board from the companies to sponsor the stream. Like mentioned, I can drop some prizes in, but I don't want to spend all my resources and then having a hard time to get some filaments again. I do have a 5 spools of Prussiament PETG, so that I can use that filament in building projects for 3D printers. I've got the Hadamami headphone set. I bought it. Everything I bought. I didn't get anything for free. I bought some mechanical parts for the Ender NG build, so that is also going to come. Yeah, I was talking about the stream, right? Yeah, my head is a mess. Hey Tunkai, how are you doing? I know the feeling there. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to stick to the topic, the stream giveaway live stream, because that is something that everybody wants to hear about. You know the thing, I don't know how other content creators are doing that, doing a massive giveaway live stream with tons of cool prizes and stuff like that. If the company sponsored it, or that they funded themselves, or they had stuff laying around, but usually that are new stuff that they are giving away. And also logistical wise, they ship it out. I don't know. I think it's brand new, sponsored by companies, or maybe they paid it with their own money. I don't know. So the thing is, I shoot out a Twitter post 2 or 3 weeks ago that I planned once I reach the 10k subscriber milestone, that I want to do a giveaway live stream. Not this one, another one in the future. So I want to see which kind of companies that can hop on. There's one company that, even though it's cool, I have those build plates as well here, or 2. Do I have 2? I think I have 2. I don't know. But, you know, the VPS data build plates, I have used them several times, but I don't want to go too deep into there, because in the end, I didn't take a lot of time to actually properly review it because of lack of filaments. Or time, actually. Because if you are going to, the thing with reviews is, if you are going to properly test everything, you need to take really some time to properly test it. And so you're going to buy some filament, or if you have ABS or PETG filaments, then you are going to use those filaments and printing some stuff. There comes the other thing, that you are going to waste filament to print models, which doesn't have to be a waste. But what are you going to do afterwards once the print is finished? This one box here, right over here, is filled with all test models that I printed 3 years ago, 4 years, maybe 5 years ago. So in the end, I've got here no space anymore in order to store all my models. And I can't not really sell it. And I don't want to throw them away. You know, it's going in circles. So there are some things that I'm thinking about. Going back to the giveaway live stream. So I tweeted the post like, hey, listen, I'm going to do a giveaway live stream. Or I'm planning to do that once I hit the 10,000 subscriber milestone, which took ages, like 2 years I was waiting for the 10k to hit, but maybe I need to put some other targets on there that are more manageable to reach within a year. I don't know how fast it is going after the 10k, you know? It's like next year 20k or like 40k or just maybe like 2,000 subscribers more. I don't know. But it is all depending on which kind of topics I cover in the coming weeks and in the coming months, which kind of interesting stuff people want to see that are way too clickable. Am I going to do more YouTube shorts? But then if I do YouTube Shorts, usually on average, every single video or every YouTube short that I posted gets stuck at around the 400 till 600 views, which can be good, but I don't see the increase. My main topic, or the main thing that I like to do on YouTube, besides streaming, of course, streaming is cool, the long-term videos. So I really need to figure a way out that I can produce short-term or long-term videos and YouTube Shorts without too much effort, because I also have a full-time day job, I also have a family, and there are also things that are going to happen within a few months as well. So yeah, giveaway live stream. I need to figure out which companies. There is already one company or website, 3D Jake, wants to sponsor one voucher, but I don't know all the details yet from that, so I need to see. I think one spool of Polymaker. I don't know. So yeah, that are the two things that are sponsored. Going to the chats. I'm doing fine. I'd say I'm planning to buy a. Oh, no problem. Hey, Tunkai, if you want to buy. Did you already bought it, the P1S? Hit me. Listen, I want to be very honest with you. I need space. And the printer is printing nice. I'm very happy with it. So if you want, reach out to me on Discord. Send me a direct message and let's see what we can talk about. You know what I mean. My name is okay. No, the P1S with the AMS2 is it's a great one. It's nice. I'm also very happy with mine. I'm printing. You know, when I'm printing on it. Let's say it like that. Stop it. Cool. Hey, Zolon, how are you doing, man? New room? Yes, this is my 3D print fanatic. Without being the fanatic during the summer period, because it was like 35 degrees Celsius here. I don't know in Fahrenheit how much that is. But even my desktop was hot. It was like now it's nice. Now it's nice and chill, not cold, but you know, steady temperature. Oh my gosh, it was hot. Like, is there an oven underneath? Yeah. Trash Panda. He always said Trash Panda. But Zolan is a cool, amazing guy. I met him personally last year. I'm still enjoying, you know, the moments that we shared together also with Dan. I really should try and sleep early. It's okay. Got 7 days. So yeah, giveaway live stream at this moment, 2 sponsors. I'm going to see if LDO and E3D can do something. Of course, I'm going to add something to the party as well. 95 Fahrenheit, yeah. I do have an AC here, but I need to make some attachments, making sure that it runs, because currently there is no cap on there, so all, you know, water is running out, and this is also a wooden floor, so I don't want to have, you know, a damaged floor. So yeah, this is my 3D print fanatic, and everything that I had in my studio is also here. And I cannot place everything that I had in my smaller space. It's so weird. I've got more surface, but I got less straight walls. So yeah, I can move more around. It's a very beautiful place. But there is something going to happen within a few months, and I'm going to tell all about it. This is basically an update what is going to happen in 2025 2026 season. So there are a lot of cool projects coming, and one of them is a bigger studio, a proper studio with some straight walls, big space. I'm talking about 28 square meters, so 7 by 4, and then maybe 2.5 meters high, and then of course the roof. So there's a lot of cool things going to happen. I'm going to build it myself, so there are going to come videos vlog style when I'm going to build something like that. Printer wise, I've got some plans. I want to do more stuff with making instead of tutorials. I don't know how it is going to look like, how it is going to be. Of course, there will be some slicer videos and some other stuff that are easily to make in between the projects, in between the other stuff that I'm working on. I am in contact with Prussia in order to get something. Maybe it's going to be a very cool kind of thing. Non-stick knows it, but don't spoil the beans. But it's funny. I hope they agree on that. That would be a fun video. There's a lot of bending. Yeah. Permission to buy the combo. As a filament dry. Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah, it's summer has been into the new house. Yeah, I did see some pictures passing by. It looks nice. No room for my hobbies. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Baked beans though. New house, same property. Ah, cool. On the same plot of land. Yeah, so some of, let's say it like this. I'm going to do some more giveaways of my own stuff. But in order to do that, I need to make sure that everything that I have runs. I'm going to give some of the things away for free. But I need to see because we're working also with printers that are from 2019, 2020 and taking up a lot of space. And sometimes I do get an offer to do something and I have to say no because I don't have the space for it, to be honest. I've got some Prussia and Prussia clones. I'm not talking about the core one. I'm actually thinking about it to get my hands on a second one. Because for the one that I have there, I still need to make a review about it before I'm going to add a MMU3 on there as well. So having one with an MMU and the other one without, I don't know, maybe. Some of the printers are also going to be used for printing customer orders. So, selling models as well. But I need to see how that is going to turn out, because I have a subscription on STL Flix, but I didn't use anything of it except for the STL Academy. But if I want to start with something like that, I'm maybe overthinking it, but I should start. But then if I want to start, I want to have, you know, packaging material, you know, have set everything up for a nice web shop. And that is also a thing that I'm lacking. I know my way around with WordPress, but then, you know, fill everything up, fill everything in, you know, make it nice, writing some little descriptions for those products as well, you know. It's like in my head I am working on different kind of models, different kind of things. I've got a lot of ideas, rough ideas, and then some with some infill. But then, you know, like, yeah, maybe next week, or maybe next month, and then in the end nothing happens. I'm still waiting for my SV08 Max to arrive. Just got second AMS for my X1C. Oh, the Aligo Centauri Carbon is going. Those are two positrons are all I use. Nice. I'm fixing the 0.1 this weekend. Oh, WordPress. Yeah, maybe I need to check out with Skillshare. Is it called Skillshare? There are some companies that reach out to content creators on YouTube, and they can, you know, use their website platform in order to build a website, something like that. But there are so many things that I want to do, and also sometimes to take some time off and do, you know, fun, easy stuff as well. Non-stick. The positron is a small size printer where you can print a lot of cool stuff with. Hey Dave, how are you doing, man? So I'm also going to do some gear upgrades. One of them may be visible, yes or no, I don't know. But one is the key light that I had on that side. It's always turned against the white walls from the studio. On the other side, I have a bigger key light from Elgato, which is like this big. It's a bigger light. The one on the right is the key light air, and the other one is the let's see if I can pop it up here. It's the Elgato key light MK2. So it's a bigger size. It's looking amazing, but this is the lowest light setting that I can handle, because if I'm making it too bright, it's going to. So it's insane. It's the same here, heavenly. Yeah, if you a few weeks ago, or maybe 2 months ago, I made a video about the Snapmaker U1 as a Zach React video. I have been in contact with Snapmaker. There are some beta testers, there are some, content creators that already got them. But I didn't back their Kickstarter campaign. Mainly 2 reasons. One of them, I backed the Kickstarter campaign from the Snapmaker J1 when it then was called JLabo J1. I was one of the first people who covered the printer on YouTube without having the printer. And I was one of the last people who got the badge of the Kickstarter campaign, and was even after the pre-order. There was also on the end of 3 years ago, there was also a pre-order that people could do, and even people got them and made videos about it. So I got the printer, I did made some videos, but I was like, yeah. The purpose that I, backed the Kickstarter campaign was also learning curve, I think. So I was like, yeah, I don't see any reason. And it's an IDEX. The printer was amazing. Printing with a single model or in dual color, it was going fine. But as soon as I start duplication or mirror mode, I got issues, and I never got it out. I never got one print sticking. There was one video that I got to stick, and then I printed something else on it, and then it was back again. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I sold it, and I bought some other printers for it. Anyways, finally on the computer, so I can. Oh, that's cool. Oh wow, that's cool, Zolan. Turning the SVO 8 Max into a tool changer. That's nice. Are there some plans, some tutorial or guides out there for that? It's basically a sort of foreign type of printer, so I think it's with some modifications it would be possible. Kickstarter is hit and miss, so I've learned, which I knew, but then it's like not until I get the last back. Yeah, there were people when I covered the Frozen Arco in the Zach React videos. I got some mixed comments. People were saying like, yeah, I'm not really sure if this is the printer to back on Kickstarter. I mean, it's a well-established company when it comes to resin printing, but then this was this kind of thing that it's questionable. Don't tell me. Hey, Science Sniper, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. This surprise live stream, because I was even surprised myself. Yeah, so there are some things coming, like mentioned, some bigger projects, some massive projects if it comes to the new 3D printing studio, YouTube studio. How do we call it? Make a space, yeah, with record functionality and streaming. Yeah, that's going to come. I'm going to continue with the Z Core. I've got a rough idea how I'm going to do certain stuff. I'm going to reach out to companies. In fact, one of them is PCBWay. They reached out to me if I want to make a dedicated video for their services. Yeah, sure, no problem. Do I have anything? Yeah, I have rough ideas, but I still need to work out the finer details of it. So yeah, RC stuff is also going to come, but also some robotics. I want to do something with robotics. I've always liked that. Even in the first years, I was printing the Imove humanoid robot, but yeah, servo motors are expensive. Electronics are expensive. So in the end, yeah, like in one part of the arm, there are going to be, from the bigger servo motors, there are going to be 8 big load servo motors in there. So I was like, and the robot has 2 arms. I was like, no way. Yeah, there's this phrase. I don't know where it's coming from. You don't start building until you calculated the cost. Being Zach, just buy some filament, start printing, and then along the way we are going to see how far we come. Yeah, robot is still not finished. Matter of fact, it's in pieces. Or maybe I can reprint all the parts and make something better. But I think I already start doing that. I don't know. I'm just rambling. It's a good printer. Is the NG still happening? Yes, Tunkai. Yes. As a matter of fact. Where is the box? Because there is going to be a little color change. Yes, you heard that correctly. There is going to be a color change. Because even though the colors were looking nice, I printed them in a different color. And I was like, I like this a little bit more. So it's going to be orange and black and dark gray. So the under NG build, I've got this mechanical kit bought from AliExpress. It's right out of frame, right over there. You cannot see it, but it is there. The electronics, maybe I'm going to push out an order for the electronics. I don't know. The Prusa Core one is going to get the MMU3 sitting on top, but that is only going to happen once this printer has a proper review and usage on it before I'm going to rebuild it. There are some other things in there as well. I've got also some build plates from Prusa, and I also bought the body cam, the one that you can put in one of, I think, in that corner. So that is going to happen. I recorded a lot of videos using this Canon EOS M50 camera. It's basically 6 years old. I started with my iPhone 10s Max, and shortly within a year I switched over to this camera. Now the thing is, there are some things that I cannot do with this camera, or I need to go through manuals and tutorials in order to find it, and I don't have the time for that. So tomorrow or Saturday I will get a brand new camera. It's going to be a Sony a Sony camera. I don't know which one, with a wide angle lens and some accessories, stuff like that. I will talk more about it maybe next week or within a few weeks. So there will be a upgrade of quality. I've got DaVinci Resolve, DaVinci Studio instead of DaVinci Resolve. So there are also some upgrades. For the ones that just hopped on, I was also in contact with Prusa to work together with some project that I have in mind. It's going to be Project A, Project B, Project C. So I think 3 videos at least, or 1 video series and 2 separate videos. there's a company that is going to send me a review printer with a multicolor printing functionality. I'm not going to say any brand names yet. Orange and black. What a great color combination. Wonder where you got inspired. I have Tunkai, I have no idea. I have no idea what you're talking about. Absolutely no idea. So yeah, proper equipment, proper tools, and more making and less tutorials. Well, if you know, you know, but there is a Mamaki that is like 50 grand or $50,000, which is, you know, doable. But the consumables are not cheap. But then you can print models that are actually pretty. You need to post-process it also. You can see it in Joel's videos. I really would like to have a machine like that, but I think if I would buy that, I think I will be killed by my wife. I think I need to ask permission to my wife, Tunkai, as well. I would do something like that. No. I've got some resources. I can do that. I put out on 3D Jake. I put an order out for like 20 spools of Polymaker filament. Like mentioned, I don't want to beg for filament all the time. And during the giveaway live stream, I will add also something to the prize pool. I was thinking about, and I don't know what other people would like, but what do you think about a Rogue One or a Rogue kit from LDO as a grand prize? Because no printer sponsors yet, so I don't know. No, but I think with the connections that I have with this guy from 3D Jake, I think that would be possible. I have met him several times now already, so I think that wouldn't be a problem. Oh, I need to see. I couldn't sleep last night and watched the Frozen stream and went around. Oh, yeah, it's a great machine, but I don't have any space here in my studio. And you know, something like the Elegoo Orange Storm Giga. I mean, like, cool printer, huge. But I cannot fit it here. Hey, Raj, how are you doing? I'm going to check it out right now. Yeah, something with tracks I really like. The thing is, the BQ kit for the Death Racer has four pins less for the tracks, so it drives nicely, but after, I think, within 5 minutes, one of the threads runs off because, you know, it's filament that I used. But I was thinking about something like Wally, Wally as a thing to print. I don't want to say life size, but that is where I was thinking about, with actually articulating arms and head and eyes and stuff like that. But then if I have built it here, how do I get it downstairs? Well, 30K consumer printer. I don't really think it's a consumer printer, but you can buy it, I think. Long time no see. Yeah, as mentioned, maybe you can rewatch this stream later on or somewhere else during the time that you have some free time, can watch a live stream or rewatch a live stream. Like mentioned, some darker periods, like some depression, basically. Less inspiration, hot inside, cool outside, hanging out with friends or neighbors, driving with the RC car, drinking beer, enjoying the snacks, enjoying life, basically. And also playing Minecraft to clear my head, basically. When I was new to 3D printing, I was looking at buying a proper filament machine, which was about 30K. Oh, we all had that. What was the first printer that I saw? I think the wooden Ultimaker printer, that and the Mendel. Talking about Mendels, I actually am thinking about it to do also something with a Mendel 3D printer. I think I mentioned it before, but I had this idea. The design uses filament as a standard and it works great. Nice. Frozen had a Kickstarter of a 300 times 300 times 300 FDM printer. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that is the thing that is quite annoying about Kickstarter. I mean, it's nice, it's cool. You can get your hands on a very cheap printer or a heavily discounted 3D printer, like with the Bambu Labs X1C or X1. I had it in my, I did pledge, but then I withdraw because I was like, I had problems with the shipping fee of 150 euros. I was like, the 1,049 euros I could do, but the 150 euro extra for shipping fees, I was like, no, I better not do that. So I invested my money in some other things. But just like now with the Snapmaker U1, I didn't back that because I was looking at it. I was like 649 euros. There would be also shipping fees, stuff like that. And was like, in November, it's a tool change. It's cool, but I won't do it. As long as you are okay, cool. I know the feeling as when I had a mini stroke. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh, you got into 3D printing. Okay. Yeah, that's a cool switch. I mean, like, I don't know in which type of sector that you are currently working in. I mean, 3D printing as a hobby without anything else. not meaning like not doing YouTube. It can be quite relaxing. I have a full-time day job in an office. 2 or 3 days working from home office, and the other days working in the office. So sometimes I can sneak some prints in, doing some printing in the time that I'm working. But yeah, in the summer, this room was like 35 degrees C, and my desktop was hot. Was not pleasant to sit with your arms like this and working, Also very warm air. So yeah. Now it's a little bit cooler. Now I can do more things, other things. It's quite nice. There are some little things that I still need to do inside of the studio. Some lights as well, because I do have some RGB light, as you can see here. Just simple backdrop light, and also there, this little filler. Looks all nice. Printing got me more active. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so yeah, like mentioned, some companies reached out to me. For that reason, got the Anycubic Cobra S1. I pushed out a video for the firmware. I don't know if you did see that video. After the stream, I had some problems with binding the printer. After the update, the firmware updates, then I could bind it to the Anycubic cloud, and I could send my prints over using the slicer. Yeah, it was this little thing. It got solved, and I can print with it in multicolor. I did print it. But the thing is, this printer, I was talking about the Banshee during the video. I'm looking where the Banshee is. I don't see it here. Maybe it's behind the printer. Yeah, it's behind the printer. I wanted to do a Banshee, the small tugboat, as a calibration model. And was like, hey, I've got this multicolor version. I can address 4 colors in order to print it for the review video to show how it looks like. Now, this type of filament changing 3D printer, not toolhead changer, but this multicolor printer, if I printed this Banshee in 4 colors, it would take 15 hours to print in 4 colors in Banshee. I was like, am I going to do that? No. So I have this multicolor printer, which I did show some of the possibilities, like switching between layers from color. Have one color this color, have one layer or a few layers this color, a few layers this color, basically a hue forge kind of thing. Then you only have, during the filament swap, you have a color change, and then it continues printing in the second color and then the third color, and you don't have that much filament waste. Just 2 times or 3 times or 4 times, depending on how the settings are. But within this, Banshee was like 15 hours, and so many it was taking also a lot of filament in total. So I was like, yeah, let's not do that. And for that reason, that if I want to print something multicolor, I want to have a tool changer, not a single head multicolor machine. So for that reason, I reached out to Prusa in order to see if I can work something out with them. Let's see, the Wi-Fi and printers made me more lazy due to not have not having to put the SD card in there. Take it out to, yeah, that's a lot for a Banshee, no matter how good it looks. Yeah, like, oh, I printed this Banshee. I printed it in 15 hours instead of 15 minutes. Because they advertise that you can print a Banshee in 15 minutes. Well, I can print a Banshee in 15 hours. I have also more filament waste than the actual Banshee itself. It's not only filament waste, it's also the prime tower. You can also not, yeah. I have 4 3D printers now. Oh, the A1, the X1C Core 1, and the Vorn 2.4. Oh, next project is the Turtle Box. Yeah, it's. I mean, like, if you have a huge fund and money isn't an issue, you can go wild. And some people, some channels do that. Well, some other people cannot do that. And you know, what comes in and can be used, you can use that. For that reason, I always say in the video for Kickstarter campaign featured 3D printers, if you cannot miss the money, don't spend it on it. There will be in the future, so in 1 or 2 years, the price will come to that Kickstarter campaign price. I have seen it before, and I think it will happen again. I mean, you can now buy an X1C for 849 USD. So yeah, you will get a better price, but then it's not the latest and the best. Talking about which, I can also go for the H2D from Bamboo Lab, but then yeah, it's like 2,500 USD, or I don't know. I mean, like, I do have a Bamboo Labs, and I still didn't update the firmware. Printer runs still fine. So yeah, I have, I think, 2 upgrades that I still need to fulfill. So I will do that. Maybe I'll buy some other ones. Maybe I need to ask somebody in chat which kind of upgrades that he still wants on it. The core 1 and the V2 was a kit. Yeah. Did I ask you that before? How long did it took for you to build it? And did you use a normal hex key in order to screw all the screws in? Next printer should be a frozen Mimaki 30K. I want to build the Voron Micron 180, but need a sponsor. Are you talking about? Oh, that one. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah. Yeah. But the Doron is also a nice Delta printer. Yeah. Yeah, that are two separate brands. Frozen is known for their amazing quality resin 3D printers. Mimaki is known for posters, multicolor posters, huge ones. But they also have a line for resin inkjet printing, and basically it prints resin in layers, with UV light, of course, and then it's going with inkjet over it, so making like so many colors into the print where you want. And then after post-processing, you have a statue, a model, a cool looking object, and basically the original colors as you want. I have never heard about them before. I'm so out of touch with resin printers. If you have some time, Dunkai, just look the brand up and see what they all make. They have amazing looking printers. Yeah. Yeah, but that is the strong point of the Memakis. If you have a good business plan in order to fund the whole Memaki and the consumables and the electricity and your time as well, yeah, these small figurines that you can easily print on an FDM 3D printer costing like 15 euros or 20 euros, you can easily ask 200 euros for it. But if nobody buys the model, then you have a paperweight. Looks cool on the shelf for the models that are coming out, but I like resin printers, but there is so much more to it. Clean up and then waste disposal. Yeah, we talked about this before yesterday. Took me 3 days to build the Core 1 and about 5 days for the 2.4. I have my own tools as I'm electromechanical engineer and got in IT by mistake. Oh yeah. Yeah, sometimes we have those kind of jobs, huh? No, I don't know if you watched my live stream, if you were there, because it's been a while. I used the hex key. They came with the kit in order to screw in the screws, and then I think in stream 3 I figured out that the screwdriver had a Torx screw on there. And then I realized, like, when I'm going to use this one, and then I checked the screws, and all the screws were not hex screws but were Torx screws. So I was like, oh my gosh. The whole time I was trying with different kind of hex keys in order to screw everything in. I was using the wrong tool. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it was crazy. So I assume that everybody in the chat is subscribed to the channel. There are some ways. So from 17 current viewers to 13. Drop off of 4? Wow. Anyways. Yeah, there are some possibilities to financially support this channel. I've got YouTube channel memberships with, I think, 3 tiers, and also Patreon if you want. One of the cool features is that your name will be mentioned every single time. I have now already I've got those shields, and I used to have them downstairs in the smaller studio. I have reprinted them, and one of the YouTube channel members is Montana Maker. So if you are a YouTube channel member, it will be like in this kind of way. If you are a Patreon supporter, it will be black, like these. So every single video, I try to highlight all the supporters of the channel, YouTube channel member, or a Patreon supporter. One of the other perks besides this is early access to the videos. During my during the week, I'm very busy, full-time day job. I try to push out 1 or 2 videos a week. So it could be that on Thursday you will get a notification, or maybe during the night you will get a notification that new videos online before the normal before it goes public. Maybe in the future I'm going to do some other stuff as well for the higher tier Patreon supporters or the YouTube channel members. I need to figure out which kind of thing I can do. It isn't bank breaking, but it's very cool for those supporters as well. So you need to check it out if you want. Feel free, and being subscribed and watching my videos is also a way to support this channel. One other way is I didn't see this one coming. I didn't expect anything, but Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat of $50. Something for the mini split fund. Keep your spaces comfy to work in all year. Man, dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Next week, or maybe in 2 weeks, I will do a giveaway live stream. That stream will be completely fundraising. So I don't know how everything is going to look like. Probably it's going to the SMF, the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation. It's something that I don't know why. Last year I did the 24-hour live stream to raise money for the SMF, and it felt so good that I thought, like, why not doing it every single time when I do fundraising live streams? There's also this thing with the water thing. I don't know how it is called. It's also possible via YouTube funding, but I need to see how it is going to work, how I need to set it up correctly. I can also make fundraising videos if I want to. Anyways, it would be crazy, but fun, right? I'm 12 minutes behind. Stupid. Oh, stupid work interfering with Zach's stream. Oh, I missed most of that. Thanks because of that. So, especially for the ones that missed it, there are YouTube channel member tiers. You will get a name tag, proper name tag. Red would be YouTube channel member. The higher the tier, the bigger I make this, basically. And then I have here 2 Patreon supporters, Nonstick and John. I always say Jon Snow. I see Snow and I need to think about, Game of Thrones. I love the series. Simon Snow. Amazing guy. Amazing guys. And everybody who supports without paying anything are also amazing. Being subscribed and watching videos helps also quite a lot. Spread the word where you can. I try my best to have the videos optimized for YouTube SEO analytics. We need to see what is going to happen this coming year. I hope to push out next week a video, maybe 2 videos, I don't know, but I don't want to rush it anymore. I sometimes rush videos in order to hit the 2 videos a week thing. But yeah, once you get into the slack of not posting a video for a week, then the second week you're like, yeah, well, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, and then before you know it, you are 2 or 3 months later, and you're like, whoa, what happened? Something like that. The thing is, I can make it very simple to leave all ads away. I can do that, but then I'm just streaming, and I'm depending on on air, basically. I mean, like, I don't want to push any super chats. I don't want to do that. I can do free streams without any ads, but YouTube says like, hey, if you put ads on, then your streams will be monetized. I can also turn it out, turn it off, turn it out. That turns out really weird. Oh, I meant thanking Joseph. Yeah, amazing. I hope to see him as soon as possible. It's working well. I like it, and I still have some coils from my trip to the US. They are lasting long. So one of the other ways to eliminate ads is also being a YouTube Premium member. That is also possible. I don't know if Nonstick said it, but would it be great that that if people are subscribed to a channel, that they don't see the ad, something like that, or a YouTube channel member. Yeah, if people are a YouTube channel member, that they don't see the ads anymore, because Twitch has something like that as well. You can follow a channel, a stream, but you still see the ads. But if you are a subscriber for that channel, then you don't see the ads. That would be something nice. Yeah, YouTube wants money for the... hey, Iron Bud, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. YouTube wants money for the ads. Well, I got some money as well. From the ads as well. Like detail and stuff, yeah. There are more and more things coming to the YouTube platform. They keep making it better. I'm so glad that I YouTube Premium. Yeah, I was also thinking about it to take YouTube Premium. I mean, basically, I get money from YouTube, and then I'm spending the money from YouTube into YouTube back again. It's basically like in the cafeteria or the canteen from your work. You get money from your work, and then you're spending it in the canteen as well. It's like a circle of life. Yeah, I mean that would be nice. You're paying the channel that you are watching as a YouTube channel member, and you don't get any ads. That would be a cool thing. I always say to my youngest daughter, because she wants to do also YouTube, a faceless channel with Minecraft, or I don't know which kind of game that she wants to cover. I always say to her, make sure to have a decent education, make sure that you know what you want to do, like as a profession. Yes, YouTube can be nice, YouTube can be cool, but keep in mind that once YouTube can always say like, we are going to stop paying content creators ads, the ad revenue sharing with content creators. They can say like, from the 100% ad revenue that we are getting, you get now, instead of like the 60% or the 40%, I don't know which kind of rate it is, but if they say like we are going to lower to 15% because we also need to make sure that everything runs. You know how a lot of content creators are going to stop YouTube or do something else? This whole platform runs on the fact that because of the YouTube ad revenue is this high, is where it is now. I don't mind a 30-second or shorter ad. It's forced a 1 minute ad that kills me. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. And everybody does do that, you know. Once you see skip, you are pressing skip. But I'm thinking like, do you still get the full, you know, is the company still paying for the full duration of the video or just got less? Because there is this thing like with the ad blockers, you know, no ad means also no ad revenue. And if everybody is doing the same thing, YouTube YouTube cease to exist. And it's basically the mechanic like, oh, I'm watching all my ads, or I'm watching all my favorite YouTube content creators with ad blocker on, and you know, it's fine. I will get all my information absolutely for free. I've got this amazing ad blocker, and everybody is doing the same thing. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. So you like the channel, but you're watching without, you know, watching any ads because you have an ad blocker. So your favorite content creator is going to struggle he or she is going to struggle because they don't get ad revenue anymore, because yeah, people watching the channel are not watching anymore, or they skip they don't see the ads. I mean, yeah, it's what people did, and I don't know if it is still possible to block ads. But I mean, like, hey, I've got this favorite YouTube channel that I always watch. I'm also watching that, and sometimes the sponsored segment that they have in the video, because you know, hey, I'm not a YouTube channel member of this channel, but I do watch all the ads. I've been doing it for 5 years almost. Yeah, I don't even have a TV. We have multiple televisions here, but everything is all streaming. And more people are watching things on YouTube and, you know, stream things from the television. As a matter of fact, I can watch in my YouTube analytics how many percentage of my videos are being watched on a television. And I can tell you right now, analytics, audience, let's see. So from the last 28 days, we are talking about so we are talking about 29.8k viewers. From those almost 30k, 50.6% is watching from their computer, 33% is watching from their mobile phone, 10.5%, so a tenth of those viewers are coming from a television. I got you on TV linked to my phone. So you're watching on your television through your phone. Is it counted watching on phone on television? But I know what you mean. We have this Google Home system, and I can watch my videos over the Chromecast or Google Home on my television. So I think that what they mean with watching on television, if you have a smart TV, YouTube app, and watching it there, I think that the 10% is meaning that. And tablet 5.7%. So the biggest audience is watching from. So basically half of my viewers are watching from the computer. Now, if I click on shorts, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, mobile phone is almost 50%, but yeah, that's normal. And when you are watching my lives, then the computer is 63.1%. And yes, we are going to give Ironbot a applause. Thank you, because 23.2% is watching from television. So I can imagine those people that watch currently on their TV could be working on their makerspace, their hobby room, or something like that, which is cool. Thanks. And now coming to the top geography. Yeah, sometimes the pronunciations are messed up in my head. So the countries where people are watching my videos, the viewers coming from the United States, 34.3%, followed by United Kingdom, 5.3%, Germany, willkommen, 5%, Australia, 4.4%. Oh, maybe, hey, maybe Makers Music is watching. Hey, how you doing, man? And Canada, 4.0%. And apparently, for the subtitles, 88.3% is watching without any subtitles or CC. And yeah, so age and gender. Female, so my female audience is 5.1%, and the male is 59%. And the average age is 25 to 34 years, 25.5%, and 35 till 44 years is 27.2%. So all cool. And a 97.3% is not subscribed. So if you are watching my videos, my live streams, or whatever you're watching from my channel and you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, please. Hey, I will grow the channel more. Currently 10,002 subscribers, and I know that that Ironbot just subscribed to also post in chat. Thank you so much for being subscriber 10,001 or maybe 10,002. No link to join Zachary's Discord. Nonstick or Tunkai, if you have the possibility to post a link, you are allowed to do that. 27% club. No, Nonstick and Tunkai can post a link. They are moderators, so they can post links. And they are both on Discord. And they are also moderators on the Discord. For me, Discord is like this black box with a big question mark on it. I know my ways with Twitter. I know my ways with YouTube, obviously, in some ways. But I'm not very familiar with the works of Discord. So Nonstick and Tunkai both are moderators at Discord, as far as I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Tripod. Hey, welcome. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm sometimes on Discord to copy the link or do some administrative work, but else I don't have that much time, and honestly. But I was thinking about you, John. I was. A company reached out to me, and it was quite funny. I'm not going. Maybe I'm going to post a little part on my Twitter, but it was hilarious. Somebody reached out to me for a CO2 laser collaboration, and she wrote, "Viewer channel has projects in your garage videos." I was like, "What the fuck? I don't do anything in my garage because I don't have any." Well, it was so funny. It was like, I saw your videos of your works in the garage. I would be so happy to have a garage to actually do stuff. But you can imagine that I was thinking about you. I mean, how crazy can it be? Gotta do my late evening job. What? Yeah, my the Discord the Discord at this moment is I don't want to say an idle, but it's not very active, and I do want to post things there as well, future projects, kind of things on the fly. But don't spill the beans. Don't spoil anything that's, you know. I mean, yeah, I can spill beans or, you know, do some spoilers. But I think it's more appropriate for the people like on Patreon and on YouTube channel members. Yeah, I was doing that with Nonstick. That sounds sketchy, I know. But it was not the easiest thing to do, right? Baked beans. Are you talking about baked beans again? How's the reality KA going? Doing. Oh. I don't know if other people know that. You know the era of MSN Messenger and MSN groups? If you were a moderator for that group or for the chat, you will have this hammer to be a moderator. You had a standard hammer and a golden hammer. I was at a group chat for 18 plus and older, which was quite fun and amazing. And at one moment I got from, I think her name was Super Angel, stuff like that. I was also being added as a moderator as well with the golden hammer, which was funny. I think this works. Yeah, hopla. I think you're now also moderator as well. I thought I did it, but I didn't. Anyways. So I did my administrative thing on Discord again. I always wanted to try beans and toast. Yeah, I did mention it before. I ordered on 3D Jake. I ordered a some PLA filament, Polyterra from Polymaker, 20 spools in total. That I have more color variations in order to print with my multicolor filament printers, FDM printers. Because now currently in the Anycubic Cobra S1, I've got four spools of PETG filament loaded. Also on the Bambu Labs, also PETG filament loaded. I had some American baked beans on those, and that is good, but not baked beans. Maybe I've eaten it before, I don't know. I know next year the Sanjay Mortimer Rap Fest will be held in March next year in the same area, but on a different location. So I really want to go there, but I need to see how the funding of the trips are going to look like, because 1 or 2 months later we have also Remerve as well, so it's going to be very busy, but I need to see. Also, now I just need to discuss the payments. Well, oh yeah. You're not that hard to please. You go in the yeah, exactly. No, but I was thinking about adding some additional people as well to the backside of YouTube. Some people in the chat know where I'm talking about, but the thing is, I'm more looking if I want to put some task to join the team for 3D printing here on YouTube. I'm more looking for video editors or video editor. I can say a cameraman, but then it's like somebody that needs to live close by to make the video. I don't want to say script writers and stuff like that, but I want to be in full control of the YouTube side for myself, as far as I know, because video editors are expensive. Some are asking like 200, 300, 400 USD for 8 videos, or maybe 4. So that's quite expensive. Maybe I can do that. I don't know how long it would take me to keep them being paid, you know. So, but things like Discord, it's a group, a big group chat with different kind of categories to chat in, and having moderators to post some stuff that I answer questions, post some stuff, do something, I don't know. And if you don't do it, it's also fine. I mean, like, yeah, who am I to say something that they need to do, right? Buy me a house out there. I will be closer, yeah. What about Fiverr? Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I mean, like, now I did invest in DaVinci Studio. It was like 2 months ago, 300 euros that I paid for a lifetime subscription or lifetime license. But I need to see. I need to work things out. I want to do better for this coming season, because it would be so much easier to give all the footage in a Google Drive to somebody that edits the video. Doesn't have to be all the way my stamp on it, you know. There could be a lot of improvements, I guess. In the time that people or the person is editing the video, I can work on future videos, future projects, and the video improvement will be way better. But then with Fiverr, yeah, I get a lot of applications or a lot of, you know, offers, but then how to choose the right one? That's the thing with having a video editor as well. You still want to be in control. I want to be your video. So not sure. Somebody. Yeah, exactly. Because I know my flow. The thing is, if I need to follow some of the tutorials that I see online, how to make YouTube video, how to be the best in video editing or making videos for YouTube, they say first the title and the thumbnail. Those are the two biggest that you need to working on first. Write your script, then record, then edit, and then do the other things. That's not how Zach works. I did try it. I tried it many times. I've got here a teleprompter next to me to keep me on script. But the way I started working was just sitting in front of the camera, say the thing that I want to say over and over and over again until it was okay. And then I made the section like, this is going to be the hook, the intro, like the 7 seconds, the 20 seconds, something like that. And then the small little logo, branding stuff, and then, hey, hi, Zach here, welcome to this video, blah, 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 intro of the content, and then the main part of the video, and then the ending. And as you would notice, the endings are sometimes very different, throwing up the names and saying, hey, if you made it this far, subscribe, like, and put a comment in the video, in the comment section. If you like the video, like the any cubic Cobra S1, something like that, you know. YouTube is evolving, you know. What was okay last year doesn't have to be okay this year. So first you had the call to action, like, you know, subscribe, watch this video, do other stuff. And then 2 years later they say, no, you have to do this. Make up your mind. I mean, like, I don't mind changes, you know, but what works 3 years ago or 4 years ago doesn't have to working now. Although from some of my videos that I posted several years ago, I mean, if I'm looking to my analytics, one of the early day videos that are still doing okay, then I'm looking to a video. Oh, wow. So I'm looking to a video that I published years ago and still is being watched. Yeah. A video of 2020, so 5 years ago. Big time 5 years ago. So February 26, 2020, how to calibrate your 3D printer and a 3 Pro. It is an old printer, right? It's still being watched. Not as much as the early days, but still 215 times last 28 days. How to design a floor plan in Tinkercad. February 17th, 2021. 193 views. Which is crazy. But nowadays, videos of 2024 and 2025. There's one from 2023. Yeah. So last 2 years still being watched. So that's good. But like mentioned, yeah, it's good to have a nice balance between several types of videos. So sometimes a tutorial, sometimes a make, sometimes a troubleshooting, stuff like that. So we need to see what I'm going to do coming months. Yeah, thumbnails are so hard to get right. I don't understand it. No, but that is exactly how I do it. I have a general idea what I want to do. So I go and prepare, just start printing something if I need to print something, because some of the videos, like within slicers for slicer setup tutorials, sometimes I don't need to print anything. So I don't waste filament that is not necessary. Even though a spool of filament can be like 12 to 15 or even 20 euros, it's not that expensive, but still you can make videos without wasting filament. So generally I test, I do the thing that I need to do with my printer, and then I make the video. So I will go first for a hook, catchphrasing kind of stuff, or telling in short where the video is about, in you know, funny way or a grabbing way. I don't know how to do that. And then making the content, and then I'm going to cut it into the parts that I need and then make it into a whole video. That's basically how I run a single time. If I'm going to do a video like with the Z Core, I need to prepare days or even months, no, days or weeks in order to make the video. So in the background, I'm printing something and I'm drawing something or prototyping in the meantime, and then grabbing all the footage and put them in a folder and then start editing. I know the whole process, but coming back to the topic of the video editor, he doesn't know what I did. He doesn't have any script. He doesn't have any guidelines. So he doesn't know which sequence something's coming, you know? So I know it exactly well. So I need to figure out how to do that, maybe for the future. In the Frozen stream, the guys was talking about taking like 10 thumbnails. Yeah, so some of the thumbnails you can make it on your phone or on the tablet, but I do have more freedom in order to, you know, to make it on my desktop. I've got here, if this works, yeah, this works. I've got here Canva. If I click on it here, and nowadays with the A/B testing, what is this? Oh, om je harde werk te Okay, so yeah. So since start of day one of being on YouTube, I have been using Canva all the time, making thumbnails, because that is also the thing, making a great thumbnail in order to show what you want to show. I don't know if they are going to ask for some of the things. Yeah, it doesn't make sense how YouTube can implement that in the app as well. Yeah, I don't know. Never. Yeah, that's why I watch all the time on my computer. I use Canva as well. Just make ones. Yeah, but the thing is, the more let's talk about Mr. Beast. So I don't know how many people are working on his thumbnail, but at one point he hired a guy that knew exactly how the strategies were from Mr. Beast, and then he probably replicate all the time how he did it. But they make actually drawings, like a little storyboard kind of thing, and then they make exactly how Mr. Beast wants to have the thumbnail, and they always work. Because if the thumbnail catches the eye of the audience, people are interested to watch and click on the video. also for the thumbnails. I mean, somebody of the team of vidIQ, I posted some of the thumbnails, and people were asking like, yeah, unless you are a known channel, why would you put your face on a thumbnail? I was like, yeah, I did it basically from early days. Like I don't want to say trademark, but I was always in the pictures or in the thumbnails. And then I tried it without, and then I got less views. So I was like, no, let's place my face back on the thumbnails, shall we? Because here, one of my early day videos, content. Here, like my face, my face, my face, my face, my face, my face, my face. So if people are asking who is Zachary 3D Prints, yeah, let's try this. Let's try this. How does Zachary 3D Prints look like without showing a picture? Yeah. Leah. Oh, AI. Oh, so what do this is incognito, huh? So because everything is bound in the normal Google Chrome is bound to my channel. So if I would type it there, I will maybe get something else. But what does AI tells me about Zachary 3D Prints? Zachary 3D Prints is a YouTube channel that offers easy to follow 3D printing tutorials, tips, and project ideas for beginners to help them to create objects from their own designs. The channel features a variety of content aimed at sparking creativity and teaching users how to bring their ideas to life with 3D printing technology. You can find more about the channel and its content by visiting Zachary 3D Prints YouTube page. Ooh, nice. Google is drunk. Who is the 3D printing nerd? I am. No, I'm not the 3D printing nerd, but I know Joel. Joel is cool. He was also one of my early subscribers in the first year. Yeah, that's a good description. Yeah, I like it. But then the question comes, what does ChatGPT says about Zachary 3D Prints? But then I'm always using ChatGPT to write some thumbnails and write some titles using keywords and catchphrases. So some keywords and catchphrases. Did I say it again? Dang it. I use ChatGPT to get titles with some key phrases and keywords, making sure that they are ranked way better than if I come up with my own, you know? So at first we had just incognito Google Home AI telling who Zachary 3D Prince is. Now I'm using ChatGPT in a incognito, not being signed in. Who is Zachary 3D Prince? I didn't say anything about YouTube. So this is what ChatGPT says about me, Zachary 3D Prince. Who is Zachary 3D Prince? YouTube content creator. Zachary 3D Prince is a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber, dang it. Focus on all things 3D printing, covering how-to guides, tutorials, reviews, troubleshooting, project builds, and even live streams. What a coincidence. Yeah, well, the thing is, if it isn't the videos, it's the live streams, because if I'm going to, I'm hopping from one thing to the other, because I made 483 videos, okay? Now my live streams. How many live streams, chat, do you think I did in the last 6 years? Name a number. In the meantime, I'm reading the other thing of ChatGPT. Channels and stats and channel stats and activities. The channel has around 8,000 subscribers. I'm sorry. 10,000 subscribers. And over 2 million total views. Oh, well, I'm surpassed the 2.5 million views. Anyways, thought leaders and social accounts. It appears to publish about 2 videos a week, with an average length of roughly 14 minutes each. It reportedly began uploading content in July 2019, and the creator is based in the Netherlands. If you didn't know it, now you know. Hey, XY Bird Tech, how are you doing? I haven't been able to catch you in a bit. Glad to see you. Glad to see you too, man. Yeah, if you missed the past 2 hours of the stream, you can always rewatch it later on during your lunch or whatever. We are now checking ChatGPT, what it says about Zachary 3D Prince incognito and not logged in. Other platforms. On Twitter, the channel is active under the handle @ZacharyBergen. That is old news. That is old news, aligning with the YouTube branding. On the 3D model sharing platform, thanks, Zachary 3D Prince has a modest portfolio. Some models shared and a few hundred views and downloads. I didn't know that. Supporting and community. Zachary runs a Patreon offering various tiers from around $2 till $10 per month, granting perks like shout-out, early access to videos, behind-the-scene content, and exclusive previews. True. There's also a site under the name Zachary 3D Prince, but currently it's under construction with placeholder content about projects and printing service. It's not clear yet how it ties into the channel. In short, Zachary 3D Prince is a Netherlands-based creator running a YouTube channel since mid-2019. The content focuses on practical and creative applications of 3D printing, covering educational, troubleshooting, and review topics. He supplements his channel with social media and Patreon, and it's gradually building out a website. Would you like let me know if you would like to explore one of his video or get recommendations similar to his style or anything else about this channel. Ooh. Oh, Tom. I yeah. Cyber Tom. I'm going to call you Cyber Tom. if you would have some advice for this channel to grow better in YouTube, what's that? What would that be? It's empty, still empty. Oh my gosh. Well, ChatGPT incognito and not knowing my channel because I'm not logged in. I can ask the same question when I'm logged in into my ChatGPT account and see which kind of thing I will get. I would say probably 200. Nobody else is going to try, and so total views that I have, yeah, then this one. So in total, I've got 268 streams. So I would say 3D RCNC, you know me for a very long time. You are also one of the first that, you know, was a regular and still is a regular, just like with Nonstick. And some other people like Zolon. Very cool that you are all here and still supporting the channel with watching, interacting, and being subscribed as well. Yeah, that's a lot of streams. So, what does ChatGPT says how Zachary 3D prints needs to grow? Great question. If Zachary 3D prints is looking to grow further on YouTube behind the 8K and subscriber range into the next year, like 10 till 50K and beyond, here's a strategy breakdown with tailored advice based on what similar creators have done successfully in the 3D printing space. Niche positioning, sharpen the hook. Current state, the channel is solidly focused on 3D printing, but the unique hook could be made more visible. Why should a viewer subscribe to Zachary 3D prints over any others? Suggestion: create a clear tagline or channel pitch like 3D printer for makers who wants pro results without the pain. Anyway, lean into one or two signature series like Fix-It Fridays for troubleshooting, Speed Mods for faster printer upgrades, or Budget to Beast challenges. I think I need to save this. Anyways, thumbnail and title optimization. Why it matters? YouTube growth depends massively on click-through rate, CTR. If your content is solid, but the CTR is low, you are leaving views on the table. That's true. Because sometimes people are not watching the video because, you know, the CTR is just, you know, they don't click the video even though it's a great video, but, you know, sucking thumbnail and title. Tips: use bold text, emotional hook on thumbnails. What is okay? $200 printer, pro results. Not Creality K1 review, too generic. Show faces plus results plus motion when possible. Color contrast, e.g. red, black, yellow, can help thumbnails pop. Well, if you are watching my videos here everything was really plain, nothing too excited. But if you are looking to my latest videos, red, this is blue. I thought that the color combination would look way better, but it generated over the 3,000 views. Here, the must-watch Snapmaker U1 announced more than 10,000 views for the last month. But black, red, this one was just a quick video, just a in between video. No text, just a face. Maybe I need to change that as well. Here, this was a review raw edit. But here, red, something here, but I don't see any text here. Why not? And then I've got some more other things here. So yeah, maybe I should do that more. Use tools like TubeBuddy or vidIQ. For this one, I have a subscription on Boost. Ooh. There's a lot of things. I'm not going to read everything. I'm going to do this some other time, because I'm all reading. Currently 14 people watching. If you're new here and not subscribe, please subscribe. I try to reach now the 50k subscribers. I need, the thing that you always see here, like that one. I need to change it now. It's just like within seconds I have done that. Yeah, they say here also as point 4, series plus playlist is bingable content. Whoa, wait, what? Okay. So he is so amazing. So Joseph, he already put out a super chat of $50. Thank you so much. But he gifted 5 Zachary 3D Prints gift memberships, all pet G tier. So Big Max Wood. So Joseph, you gifted a YouTube member, YouTube members, and you are one of them. I don't know how the gifted membership works within YouTube. I think it's random. And so, but dude, thank you so much, man. So everybody who just got the YouTube channel membership and you are in chat, say thanks to Joseph. Also, Joseph, thank yourself. So yeah, I have some homework that I need to read through. Double down on what works. Top 5 3D printers for beginners 2025 edition. The thing is, sometimes with those top 5 best 3D printers for beginners, in my opinion, I always think like you need to have the printer in order to can say something like that. But then, budget wise, let's say it like this. I reach out to a company like Bumble Labs, like, hey, can you send me the A1 Mini combo? But that is a printer that's already known for like cheap, affordable. Of course, it is affordable if it is cheap. Easy to use. You know, stuff like that. People already know. And then some other printers. But how can I say it's the best printer? Because then it's basically what I have done years ago when I made a summer edition, which, or, you know, I did made a video like that in the past, but everything was based upon the specifications that I can read on screen. So I can reach out to companies to say, hey, can you send me a printer? And then first I need to test it. Then, you know, you are weeks or even months further, then you can put out the video like top 5 3D printers for beginners. Hey, this is Zachary 3D Prints with the top 5 3D printer for beginners for 2025. Reading all the specs from the website. I can see the comments already. Dude, how do you know that are the best printers for beginners? Do you have tried them? No, but they are the best. Yeah, based upon what? I printed a fully functional tool with 0 supports. Oh, that would be nice. 10 things I wish I knew before buying a 3D printer. I made something like that already. And you know what came out of that? You know? 3D printer maintenance. And the video was that long that I said like, okay, the 3D printer maintenance I will do a little bit later. But out of that came a little song-like catchphrase. So what do you need to do for a regular 3D printer maintenance? Who knows that? And soon I will see if I can make a, you know, merch for that. Yeah. So 5 new members. Thank you, man. It's amazing. So, check the screws, lubricate the moving. No. Clean the bed, check the screws, lubricate the moving parts. Clean the bed, check the screws, lubricate the moving parts. Yeah. It's still in my head. So if you have some time and want to watch a YouTube short, there's this one song about 3D printing maintenance. I'm not going to sing it again. Audience building beyond YouTube. Email us via free STL file or cheat sheet. Post projects or updates on Reddit or printables make a world. Use community tab for polls, previews and posting links to related content. "3D printing my own gaming setup, part 1. $200 versus a $2,000 printer showdown. Is it worth it?" Yeah, and that was also one thing that I heard a lot. How to try and make storytelling into a video that is about 3D printing. In a, you know, like a tutorial or a troubleshooting kind of video. Yeah. So I want to make some new merch. I need to start with it soon because spring has a long lead time, and I want to have some merch before I'm going to the US, because all my merch that I currently have is from 5 years ago. Yeah. Clean the bed, lubricate. No. Clean the bed, check the screws, lubricate the moving parts. Oh, that would be so sketchy. You know, just on the front of the t-shirt, like a towel kind of thing, like a simple image. I don't know who's creative, but if you are and you have some time, I have this wild idea. So a few parts, a few blocks, like in I don't want to say emoji style, but like simplified, you know, a little towel, like a tissue, old rag, and simple lines. So clean the bed, and then a screw, and then something like a tube of lube. And then I was thinking like, no, that would be too 18 plus, like, because if you put an arrow down, then everybody thinks like, no, that sounds so wrong. Yeah, but here it ends like, if Zachary wants to go all in, even a small upgrade in camera lighting or storytelling could push the channel from good to great. Want a sample script, structure or thumbnail mockup for one of these ideas? Okay, what am I missing? Hey, Big Max Woodworking, how are you doing? Yeah, so a few months ago, when I was in the old studio, I made a video about things I knew, things I wish I knew before buying a 3D printer. And one of the last sections was like printer maintenance, because yes, sometimes it happens that a 3D printer is standing in a dusty environment where everything is dirty, everything is not clean, and you are wondering why my print doesn't stick on the build plate, why you get some failures, why belts are loose, stuff like that. So I was really thinking long about it. And in my script, yeah, that was a video that I used a script. And I made a little summary that if you think about it, you know exactly what to do. So one of the things was like, make sure that the bed from your printer is clean using IPA, a little old clothing piece or rag like this. Clean the bed. What else do you do? Check the screws. Of course, not only those screws from the bed to make it level, but you know, check the screws. So one of the screws are the screws for leveling your bed. Nowadays, you don't need to do that. But then there are some other screws. With some of the printers, like the Prusias here, the Prusia clones and the original Prusias, they have screws. Sometimes it's a good idea, just like I heard Stefan CC Kitchen say, like on his nylon carbon fiber printed parts for his forum, he needs to screw those screws a little bit tighter, making sure that everything is well screwed, that everything keeps the thing together. so that you don't have any defects during the print. But also the belts. Belts are running on pulleys. Those pulleys can also be loose. So check the screws. And then making sure that everything runs smoothly after cleaning and checking the screws. Lubricate all moving parts. For long duration of time, it's not really needed to lubricate every single week or every single month. Just go with the bed over the smooth rods or over the linear bearings, stuff like that, to see if everything sounds as it's supposed to, that there's no squeaking sounds or like there's dust there, you know. If it is dry, then you put some lubrication on the rails, on the moving parts. So after the thing that I said on screen, I was like, clean the bed, check the screws, lubricate the moving parts. So I made a little catchy song of that. So I made that into a YouTube short, and people were saying like, oh, thanks, Zach. Now I've got this earworm in my head. So yeah, it's a little thing that reminds you of that you need to clean the bed, that you need to clean your screws, or that you need to check the screws, and then also lubricate, making sure that your 3D printer is in top shape, and that is part of the 3D printing maintenance. It's a thing, and I was like, yeah, maybe if I have some simple drawings on my shirt or on a hoodie, then people say like, oh, I know what that is. I know that little thing that you said about 3D printer maintenance. It's basically the same like eat, print, no, what was it? Slice, print, eat, sleep, repeat, something like that, you know? That's basically what a lot of people within the 3D printing space do, you know? They like printing, they like pushing out filament and making cool, amazing models with their 3D printers, and they keep doing it day in, day out. I'm struggling with my 3D printer. Which kind of problem do you have? Eat, sleep, print, repeat. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. No, but I mean, like in general, and nowadays with the newer kind of 3D printers that are fully enclosed, I don't want to say that they don't get dirty or get dusty inside, but it is less than all of the open FDM type of 3D printers. And you know, with better material, you get also better 3D printer maintenance. But just like mentioned, if this is standing in a you know, dirty environment, like in a shed or a garage, hey, it can happen, you know. My print is stopping to back clean head and then start again. So it wants to start printing. It does do something, cleaning the nozzle, and then it goes back. Which type of 3D printer do you have? Oh, Joseph. I struggle with the sleep and eat parts. You know, if your print bed can get hot enough, you can bake an egg on it, right? I never tried that, but I don't want to do that because food and stuff that push out microplastics as well. You have a Creality K2 Plus, and it seemed as soon as I did an update, nothing but problems. Okay. Which slicer do you use, Big Max? K2 Plus. That is the newest one of the Creality series, right? Mm. Creality Slicer or Creality Print? Because there is also a slicer from Creality called Creality Print. And I believe that the K2 Plus works with Creality Print as well, because I was looking up for somebody a little issue. That's sometimes what I also do. And in Creality Print, I found the Creality K2 Plus. Yeah, so if it just starts doing something, and then it wipes clean the. Do you have also the CFS with it from Creality, the multi-material box? Okay, so this is the thing that I always do, and that is where I'm here for as well during streams. Creality Print. Let's start Creality Print for a second. I don't have the Creality K2 Plus. That's something that I don't have. Yeah. Yeah, so always, I don't want to say always make sure to have the latest firmware or the latest slicer update. Sometimes I do cancel. So at this point, I've got, just like I mentioned, sometimes I look things up, and I added the Creality K2 Plus with a 0.4 nozzle. Yes, the CFS. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how this works, because I only have one generic PLA, but like mentioned, I don't have it connected with Creality Print, or else maybe I would get other ones as well. Auto mapping, flash volumes. Oh yeah. Yeah, something like this. Okay, now I've got the CFS. It's so so you start a print, so it heats up, hot and bad. Does it do any calibration? And then go back, clean head, and start again. So if I'm going to go in here, no, here, settings. So I need to click this away. I'm going to click here on edit preset. So these are the presets. So we have here machine code. So what you can do, I don't know which kind of model you have, but this is your machine start G-code. I assume that you didn't change anything to it. So what you can do is go through this whole list. I have not touched this. So here, this is your start G-code before anything else of the print does do anything. So start G-code, and then you get your actual print, and then you have also something else like machine end G-code and print, and we have here also something else before layer change G-code. Everything supposed to be all right. This is when you send your print job over to the Creality K2 Plus. This all G-code is sent over to the printer. So in this case, I don't know if you can see the text. I don't know if I can post it here. It starts, and during print it stops, and then goes back where it stops, and then it doesn't bind anymore. Okay, so if I understand it correctly, so during a color change, it stops. So nothing wrong there. So if that is the case, before layer change G-code, here we have also changed filament G-code. You can later watch this back and see if you can see any difference in there. And pause G-code, I don't see anything here. Multi-filament. So what happens? No color change. So it's a single model, or a model with a single color, and mid-print it stops. This is just with one color. Oh, that's weird. Don't you get any error message in between? Hey, my brother's here as well. Good evening. Great to see you. I was so caught up with all things. What I what I suggest to do, since I don't have the K2 Plus, usually I try to replicate and see what is happening. I would suggest go to the Creality support and see if they can help you out with the problem. Of course, no problem. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Can I? Great to see you too. Yeah. There are those days that I thought, like, I'm going to call you, and then something comes in between and it doesn't happen. It's so annoying. But I tell you more about it later. I was going to do that, just been busy, but I need this up and printing. Losing out. Yeah, I mean, if your print fails at layer 1 or 2, you lose a little bit filament, but it's not the biggest problem. But if you're printing a 15-hour print job and somewhere in hour 7 or 8 it stops printing, it's a lot of filament waste. You're too busy, yeah. Yeah, too busy, and also in some parts enjoying life and being outside a lot and going to places, arranging stuff. It's crazy. Yeah. Big Max, I have a Discord. It has been posted by Tunkai before. Yes, I'm wasting a lot. Yeah, that's terrible. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Great music. Because a Big Max, it can happen that usually people don't touch these kind of stuff, and the printer runs fine. But it can happen sometimes that you just added somewhere space or somewhere something like a dot or comma, and then it can mess up the whole G code, and then it looks like it prints fine, and then suddenly it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I miss the 90s as well, man. I see those nostalgic TikTok videos, like all AI generated, of course. But you see those people from the age, I think, 18 till 25, something like that. They are prime days, prime years, and saying like, "Oh, we are waiting for you. I have heard about 2025. It's all that it all sucks," stuff like that. In the 90s, you didn't know that, that would happen, and all with mobile phones, stuff like that, and it's crazy. Like, I, yeah, let's say it like that. At the 90s, I was like, yeah, somewhere mid 90s, I was like 15, 16, 17 years old. Not always the best time, but memorable time. Let's say like that. Then 1997, I start living on myself, in my own apartment, own rules, stuff like that. Yeah, and that's the part where I was going to enjoy life the most. Yeah. Oh, they were there. Not having phones was great. I mean, if your younger version would say, no, if you would say to your younger version, like, phones are bad, I think your younger version would say, like, no, it's not. It's going to be amazing. I mean, yes, I'm sometimes on my smartphone doing stuff, but I can also leave my phone on the table for a long duration of time and not do anything with it. Just like now, since I'm upstairs, I haven't touched my phone. No, I have touched my phone twice. Oh, that's cool. I think it was quite busy then there. So just join the Discord. If there are some problems, there are some people like Tunkai and some other people that can also help out. Wow, that's hefty. 4,000 people. Oh, that's a lot. Govert Park or stadium. Yeah, nice. Saturday. What was it doing Saturday? What did it Saturday? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Govert Park. Nice. Yeah, we had to do some shopping. I remember we were at first at bowling, then we had to go to the city center to buy Danielle a new bicycle, and then we went into the city center to do some shopping for clothes. Yeah, sleep mode is now on. I don't know where you posted. Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got a lot of messages. I'm not going to play it now. I will watch it later today, since this Friday. So yeah, I will check it out later. I'm going to respond. Also, see if I can make an appointment that I can visit you. It's long due. But as long as the weather is nice, I also need to do some gardening work and some other stuff as well before bad weather comes, and it's always bad weather then. Looking nice. Yeah, I today I received a toolbox card with 255 tools spread it over 6 or 7 drawers for in the shed, because you know I always were looking for my tools, always had not the right tool for the right job, and now I have. It came with a 13.6 meter long trailer. Some little tool shop upgrades. So for the people who joined later, this camera is getting an upgrade or replacement. So better camera, Sony Alpha 6, no, ZV2. I don't know. I will see tomorrow. Also some other little things. So projects this coming season, in series, of course. Less tutorials, or a little bit less tutorials, because some of the tutorials are very easy to make, but I'm making every single time every single time I make the same type of video, but then different printers, different slicers. So I want to step a little bit into the making side of 3D printing instead of, tutorials. Making stuff. Because we have printers, we do make stuff as well. So one of the projects, or one of the things, the review of the Prusa Core 1. After the review, I'm going to upgrade it with the MMU 3. That is still in boxes. A body cam is going to be installed as well. I've got 2 headphones from Haramame. These are the 3D printed kits. The kit, and then you need to print the covers and the other stuff yourself. Because I have this Sony amazing noise cancelling headphones that I always take with me on my travels, but I'm also using them here, and that wears quite fast. Then my head skin scalp is it's oily every single time. Maybe if I scrape it off a lot, then I can make Zach's oil. That sounds weird. Could sell it, like for a fortune, but nobody wants it. My 2 3D printers are still doing nothing. Yeah. You need to buy IPA alcohol. I need to buy IPA alcohol very soon, because I ran out of all my IPA alcohol. So I will bring, from the 5 bottles, I will bring 1 bottle with me, so that you also have 1 bottle of almost pure alcohol. Leveling the bed. Yeah, I need to see what I can do for you. Yeah. So RC stuff, robotics as well. Some fun little projects in between, and see if I can reach the 50k within a short amount of time, because now the next milestone would be 50k, and then 100. Yeah. So anyways, it's now 1:27 or 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, the reason why I do this live stream today instead of Friday evening, because I have the feeling that I'm going to hang out outside tomorrow evening instead of being inside. And are they a dead spot? And seeing that I reached the 10,000 subscriber milestone, I thought like, hey, let's hop into a stream and do something cool, or do something. Oh wait, I like this idea. Oh, stream idea. Build a printer challenge. Play a Steve build stream, but run Steve's stream at 1.5 speed and see if you can get it done at the same time he does. What do I need to think about that? Yeah, Portland, huh? Quick and easy zone. 3D RCNC says, have fun tomorrow. I know that 3D RCNC has 1 hour ahead of me. Are you also in the same time zone as me? It's also one thing that I really would like to do, 3D RCNC. Going to Sweden. Oh, you're in Hawaii. Aloha. So yeah, that's indeed 12 hours. How was the Death Racer build, or the RC build from the Death Race kit? Hey Brandon, how are you doing? Yeah, I had this this yearly thing of, you know, less inspiration, seeing views dropping, that kind of stuff. Now I'm climbing back up and get back into the saddle and make sure that I keep sane and push out some content again. It's 7:34 p.m. here, so good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, it's like the 9-hour time zone, Joseph. Portland. I mean, my Death Race is almost finished. The driver doesn't have any legs, not lower legs, and the weapon is also not installed. So far, it's nice, but the thing is, I'm missing 4 pins, and the pins that I used as a replacement for the moment are ABS filament pieces, which holds pretty nice as long as you don't drive. If you're driving, they are going to get loose again. Ah, a lot faster to print. Yeah, there's a, even though the that tracer is not that big, yet it's still, you know, a lot. The threads in TPU from Polymaker Polyflex 95A is printed on the Prusa Core 1. First time printing TPU. Yeah, I can imagine that. But the thing is that with the connector for the battery, for the LiPo, the wire isn't that long, and the way I have installed the controller board for the RC, the wire isn't that long, so I made an extension. So now I've got a longer piece of wire to connect the battery to, and it's working great. There are people printing this one in a bigger size as well. No, I've got I don't know if some people saw the YouTube shorts, but I have this two RCs, not one, two RCs from Traxxas, one on 10 scale, one Bronco, which runs amazing. I've got a 3S battery in there, and it goes so quick that even the other two guys from our street here are they cannot keep up with mine. It's so freaking fast. Then the other one, it's a cheaper version, but doesn't have the four-wheel drive and the def locks on there, and low gear, high gear. It's going also very fast, and I can flip it on the side, or I can drive like that at start and keep going for a 1 second. It's just crazy. It's fun driving, but you know, scratches on the body guaranteed. So I'm thinking about it to actually buy parts for an RC for a bigger version of Wally, since I'm now able to print TPU. But I think I'm going to make a Wally's threads out of normal regular filament, infused with TPU. But in order to do that, I need to have a tool changer. Now I reached out to Prusa, to my friend Rudolph, and I asked him, "Hey, Rudolph, I've got several things in my head as an idea to do. One is a comparison video between something that I'm going to get within a few weeks or months. I don't know how long that it takes, but maybe I will get it to compare to. And of course some of the other multi-material filament 3D printers. That is one of the thing. If I can get my hands on a kit version of the Prusa XL, that would be a video series on its own to fully build a kit version of the Prusa XL. That would be fun. But also some bigger projects where I want to have less filament waste, because I hate filament waste or wasting of filament, because all the plastics that you need to throw away because you cannot use it, so single-use plastic, then it's a no-go for me. So that would be amazing to have a tool changer where I can print a lot of parts of a, I don't want to say life-size Wally, because I didn't count for the all cost, but that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, how do I envision building a life-size Wally? So threads, of course, the arms, all the articulating things, I want to have them working as well. I don't know my painting skills, how they will look like on Wally, but I want to make it as realistic as possible. Print a big RC yacht with a printer. No, I don't want to do that, because water. Hey, Pumpkin Poo, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Do the Easy Treat X1 is finished? Oh, you mean if the X1 is finished? I think it's on the other side of the wall currently. I didn't do a lot with it. It turned out that I turned it back into the original X1, because for the simple fact reason, putting clipper on there, yes, it is possible. That was also the main goal for that. It was fun, but get everything right, especially if the stepper motors inside of the X1 do have this gear built inside. I did get a Banshee printed on it, not this one, but I think it was also orange. I just got printed a small portion of it. I was pushing out way too much plastic, so a lot of calibration in order to get it right. And it was squeaking, it was screaming, it was getting a hard time in order to print it actually. So I thought, like, do I spend here a lot of time into it in order to get it all working? I could, but then I had also other things that I wanted to do. So I decided for myself, you know, let's stop with this. So now, partially finished, yes. Partially put it back to original, because it was not going very quickly because of the gear reduction. I got the settings better, but it was not going faster. It's basically like the K9, the even cheaper version. Yeah, I can do a lot of upgrades if I want to, but then do other people want to do the same kind of upgrades? You know, if people have that as their only printer to start with 3D printing, I want to make upgrades on this printer that everybody can afford. Everybody can print on that printer and is almost as close as accurate as possible. Because if it is off and it doesn't work, who are they going to come to? And then putting in a $80 costing printer an additional $30, $40 for upgrades, adding a little bit more money, giving you a better printer. So a lot of wash paints makes the mistake look intentional. What? Are you doing the design it yourself? Are you talking about the Wally? I missed your message. I did see something. I mean, like during some of the projects of cheap for Wally. Oh, cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Painting techniques I don't have. I can try. But coming back to cheap printers and upgrades, yeah, of course, everything is possible. But during those projects, I'm also thinking like, yeah, I have more money that I can spend upgrading where possible. I was even looking for the smallest NEMA motors, but those motors are like 15 till 20 euros per piece, and you need 4 of them. So 20 times 4 is 80 on an $80 printer. Like, yeah, you don't have the gear reduction in there. So yes, it is possible, but it's the whole thing that I'm always thinking about. Like, is it worth the upgrade? Can I do that? Can other people do that as well? So yeah, so for that reason, I thought like, yeah, if you add a little bit more money, like on a build plate where you can print without it heated bed, yes, that is possible. But that's the only upgrade. But then how does the K9, for example, handle it? You know, without warping, without wiggling, because the prints were looking okayish. But I mean, and sometimes the titles that I give to those printers or to those YouTube videos about them, they are not clickbait, but they have to draw people in to watch what I want to bring over. What you do is very great and helpful. So thank you. Oh, thank you, man. But I don't really try to upgrade it. Yeah, in the past I made videos about how to add this printer to slicers and get still some for the printer budget, still a decent print results. I did get benches looking like this out of it. Maybe a little bit lines visible, but it was for what the printer is, still a decent printer. And it's not only that I say it, but I know that Chuck Hellebuck, Filament Friday, he also had the same opinion about the printer. For direct drive printer, you can print TPU on it, but you know, you have to make sure that the bed is level and that the adhesion for the first layers is perfect, because as soon as the filament curls up on the nozzle, stop the print, clean the bed, make sure that the bed is leveled, and then start all over again. And I printed Luke Skywalker on there. Was looking amazing. Oh, Master Yoda was looking nice. So yeah, I mean, for the price, like 100 or 80 bucks or $100, it's you know, you can start with printing. But if you are thinking about it, if you want to buy a 3D printer to start 3D printing with, I cannot watch in anybody's bank account. But if you have the money and you can add a little bit more, I would say, and I think I also said it in the K9 video, please add a little bit more and buy a printer within a better range and getting some better results with a heated bed, with a maybe not a direct drive hot end or direct drive extruder, but where you can have a more repairable printer as well. And nowadays you can get a multi-filament printer for I think 350 euros or US dollars. It's a thing that you need to consider, because with many things, whether it is food or other stuff, if you want to do something and you have never touched it before, if you go for something that is quality based better, go for that. Because if you get a shitty printer and it doesn't produce and it gives you terrible results and you are fed up with that printer, it can cause that people don't want to go into 3D printing. Because if there is no fun in that 3D printer, you can always try another printer. And then I would say spend that money on another printer and add some money more with it, so that you get some better results out of it and sparking the creativity. Oh, my brother has left the chat. See you next time. Sleep well. A printer very similar to that was almost my first printer. Glad I went for an Ender 3 instead. Yeah, a lot of people have also comments on that. Ender 3, cheap, not the best print results, but doesn't eat it bad. It's very upgradable. You can print your upgrades already on that printer, make it a little bit better, print something again, make it even a little bit more better, and upgrading from that point on. And for that 3D printer, they had Creality Ender 3 and Ender 3 Pro. You had so many cheap and reliable upgrades that didn't break the bank. One of my earliest upgrades that I bought was the glass plate. That was a changer. That was really a changer, because I printed so many parts on the flexible magnetic bed, and I was always doing this to get the model off. And then one time I ripped a little hole in the build plate and was like, oh shoot. And then the glass plate came, was like 25 euros, and it changed a lot. Clean the bed with IPA, make sure that everything is level, print the first print on it, and was like, holy shit, this is nice. Nowadays, yeah, only the Ender 6 that is standing on this side has a glass plate. And here the CR200B that's standing on my desk has a glass plate. But all other printers, all PEI, smooth spring steel sheet, and textured PEI. Oh, the positron has also glass plate. But since it is printing upside down and I don't get the first layer good, it's not sticking to it yet. So I need to clean the bed, level again. Yeah, I still use it today, probably 5 years later. See? That is great. I've got a Creality Ender 3 Pro in parts here for the Ender NG build, which I'm going to continue soon during streams. I really like the textured build service, and you have so many choice. If you don't like textured PI, you can also go for smooth, because they are there as well. If you are a glass guy, you can also use glass. And now with the cool plates from Big 3 Tech, it's even getting better. Hot ends. You have so many different kind of hot ends. You can get a hot end that is even more expensive than the printer itself. But then you have a quality hot end. I've got, and that is something that I'm going to put on for auction, an original Hemera from Z3D. I haven't still unboxed it. Like the original Ender 3 service, use that on almost all printers. Oh. I have an Ender 3 Pro too with a CR Touch and a glass bed. And I think that prints nice. I mean, I had a shitty 3D printer, and that is why I'm always saying that. The printer that I bought was a plywood printer, CTC Prusa i3 clone. All plywood, crappy direct drive extruder, messy cables, messy wires everywhere. I couldn't get anything sticking to the build plate. The problem I found out later when I was converting that into a original Prusa clone. Wow. MK2. i3 MK2. I think I have the frame still somewhere standing. Yeah, the one in white. That one has you wouldn't say it, but the base is the MK2. I will come back to that. I couldn't get anything sticking to the build plate. I put the build tag on the aluminum bed in order to get it sticking, but even there it wasn't working. So and this was when I just started with 3D printing. I hadn't a YouTube channel yet. So I put the print on the side next to the dining table. And every single day I saw the printer standing, getting more and more dusty. And I was like, why? Why isn't the printer working as it's supposed to? I cleaned the bed, I put some better build surface on there, and still doesn't work. So one day I was looking at a web shop in the Netherlands that sells basically everything, like an Amazon, but then the Dutch variant of it. And it was a Creality Ender 3 and a 3 Pro. I was like, yeah, 220 euros. It's a lot of money. But I was like, yeah, you know, I've got here this machine of 80 euros from AliExpress that doesn't work at all. But you know, I didn't watch any tutorials or reviews or anything, so I went in blindly. I ordered the Creality Ender 3 Pro, and I assembled it. It was way quicker because the CTC Prusa I built in a whole weekend, and I'm not like talking about 3-4 hours. No, the whole day, because the instructions were so messed up. It was not even the correct instructions that they gave with the printer. So the Ender 3 was built within 2 hours. Just reading the manual and assemble it, and was done. Then I started my first print, and it was not a failed print. It was a successful print. I was like, this is fun. This is cool. This is what I have imagined that 3D printing would be. So I printed more and more and more, and was like, yeah, that's cool. I like this. So somewhere in 2018, I thought like, yeah, maybe I should start a YouTube channel in 3D printing. But I didn't start then. I started a year later in 2019 in the summer. Made some small tutorial videos, very cringy worthy videos. You can still watch them if they are public. And the rest is history. I got some better printers. I bought a Z3DP X1 printer because that was then a trend, and I was like, hey, maybe I can hop in. started my first live stream unboxing it for 0 audience because I had no idea what I was doing. I never streamed before. I didn't know what to do. It was crazy. Audio was bad. Lighting was bad. Everything was bad. And so bad, nobody watched. Nobody cared. I was like, yeah, that was a nice stream. You know what I'm going to do? I put everything back in the box. Make an unboxing video out of it instead of a live stream. That's crazy. I don't know if that video is public or not. I don't know. But if it is unlisted and I put it now public, then people will see it as a new video. And man, it's cringy. Maybe I will put it live for people that are, subscribed or YouTube members, something like that. I don't know. Maybe on Discord. I don't know. So I bought then a Creality Ender 3 V2 and the 6 and Delta and some other printers, all for the YouTube channel. And now basically I know what I can expect from a 3D printer nowadays with the Bambu Labs 3D printers. They can be expensive, but not all expensive machines produce nice quality. Cheap printers, I've learned, can also print nice stuff. The Z3DP X1, even though it's a small ass cheap printer, it can also produce reasonable quality prints. Don't have high expectations and you will be surprised. How have you not unboxed it? The Hamera, original Hamera. I bought it together with a original E3D V6 hot end and a Titan extruder, also E3D. It was just after Brexit, and I had it in the box. So I did first the upgrades on the Effelson QQS Pro. So right after that, I got that printer. I wanted to do some upgrades because the extruder was like all the time, and it was driving me nuts. I was like, okay, just put an original Titan extruder on there instead of this one, but still. So I was like, yeah, okay. So the V6 hot end is, I think, in there, or I used it on another project, I don't know. And then the Hamera, but I never came to upgrade it because I don't know why. I think it had to do with you had to print a bracket for it and upgrade it, and some other upgrades came in between. And eventually, if I see the E3D box, I think that one in the middle. There is the box from the Hamera inside. So I think I'm going to put that one in the auction for the SMF. One of the original OG Hameras from the old design. Original clone. That's definitely how that works. Yeah. I'm sorry. I need to sleep. Good luck for your life. Yeah. See you next time, man. I am bad. My bad. I'm back. My A1 just got here, went to set it up. Oh, cool. Yeah. For my oldest daughter, I want to buy the Bambu Lab A1 Mini with the AMS light, so that she has a 3D printer that has the multicolor capability, and that she can create whatever she wants. I have some standards. One of them is that I'm a user and I want to have the possibility to adapt where I want to, if I want to do some upgrades, because I come from that period that it's quite normal to upgrade printers with other kind of hardware, because companies make hardware for the machines, so why not using them as well? So my P1S has the firmware 1.7 on there, not the 1.8. I've got the touchscreen, the Panda Touch, still there, but because of the shelf height, I couldn't attach it. I need to find a solution for that, but that will work. So I'm going to close things down. ChatGPT had a nice one. So, if you made it this far in this live stream and you were watching part or the whole thing, thank you so much. I'm going to head to bed because it's 2 a.m. in the morning. So, like mentioned, hitting the 10,000 subscriber milestone, I never thought that would happen. I'm actually thinking about it to put all videos in one video as a little small compilation, how the channel grew from a few handful subscribers to what it is now. Not in the fast pace that I thought it would happen, but hey, we are living in a realistic world and not in a fairy tale. And some people grow fast, some people have their own pace. So maybe next year 50k, or maybe this year, I don't know. It all depends on which kind of content that I made. I do have some nice inspiration guidelines, some ideas. I've got some amazing friends on this platform, so thank you so much. Joseph, you are one of the bigger stars, and I also see a star behind your name because you're gifted your own channel member. I saw your name passing by that you gifted 5 YouTube channel memberships. I was like, don't forget yourself. And then I saw your name passing by. Gifted cookie from your own gifted cookie box. But everybody, thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and also put on the notifications, because within 2 weeks I will do a giveaway live stream. I try to get more brands on board to add something to the prize pool. I will also put in some things new, not second hand, because I'm not that kind of person. That giveaway live stream is also going to be a fundraising live stream for probably the SMF, the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation, because they are cool. They are amazing. I like them. Yeah. Maybe next week I will do a live stream, a normal, regular live stream. But it all depends on how my mood swings are. Yeah. So, everybody, thank you so much. If you are not on Discord, hop on Discord. I won't be there that much. But hey, it's a nice place to entertain yourself and others. And share the things you like about 3D printing. So, everybody, thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.
So when it comes to 3D printing, I always like to use Polymaker, and especially this scum. So when it comes to 3D printing, I always like to use Polymaker, and especially their new Panchroma filaments. They are amazing, and I still don't understand why not more people are using Panchroma from Polymaker. It's the best filament, having also a lot of colors. Look at how beautiful that looks like. My gosh, I know, Zach, I don't know where he is. He just left. And I thought, like, why not making a little advertisement of Polymaker? Go to polymaker.com and get your Panchroma or many other amazing filaments from Polymaker. I know, this sounds a little bit sketchy, but trust me, if you are looking for some filaments, don't look any further. Just head out to polymaker.com or maybe Panchroma. Oh, let's head over to that. Let's copy one of your amazing spools and say hi from Polyfilm.